everyone, this is Dr. Tamisha Denis and I'm writing in my card, but I just wanted to talk to everyone about a very simple topic, which is how to choose the right dentist for you.
We also need some way to make us look official, like we got all the answers. We need like some name tags with our picture on it, all laminated and whatnot. I mean, we gotta look legit, man.
That's true, that's true.
This is Dr. Tamisha Denis, and this is The Modern Smile. And I'm writing in my card. Don't worry, I'm being completely safe because I have a holder holding it for me, and I'm not going to be looking at the camera very much except at stoplights. Now, I know that this is a question that a lot of people have.
You look lost.
I do?
Because I often meet people who have not seen a dentist in many years, or I mean maybe a year, which is not that bad, and they'll say to me, "Oh, I'm so glad I found you. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what dentist to see." And to me, that always sounds so crazy because I literally drive by dental offices constantly. I feel like every plaza, I'm in South Florida, and every plaza has a dentist. Every commercial area has a dentist. Even in residential neighborhoods, I feel like there are plenty of dentists. I'm on my way back from dropping my daughter, my youngest daughter, off at preschool, and she lives about 10 minutes away from where I live. And in the plaza that there's a grocery store next to, there are two dentists in there. Across the street, there's another dentist. On the way here, just on one road, I've probably passed at least 5 to 6 other dentists in less than 5 miles. In front of my office, I also have a dentist 2 doors over, and I have 5 dentists across the street for where I am. Now, I'm just saying all of that because I'm a dentist, so I tend to notice offices a lot more because I'm in the profession, so dental offices tend to stand out to me. However, it just shocks me that people might live right next to a dentist and still not know where to go. So I'm going to give you a few tips as to how to know what dentist to go to. I completely understand that you don't want to walk into a random dental office and just say, okay, I'm a patient here, and you don't know what the dentist is like or anything like that. So I'm just going to give you a couple tips. I'm not going to number them because I'm not really sure how many I'm going to give, but I'll start with my first tip. My first tip is to check out to see if that dentist has a website, preferably an updated website that has something about the dentist. Now, you cannot choose a dentist based on what school they went to, even though going to a good school does have its benefits, but there is no way for you to know the quality of the dental work that they're going to give you just by knowing what school they go to, because in every school they could be top of the class and bottom of the class, and there's so many different variables when it comes to dental education. But you have to know, of course, they have a dental license, and then also that they excuse me, also in addition to having the basics like a dental license, that you can see some of the services that they provide. Now, most dentists, general dentists, are going to provide the basic services that you're looking for. That means exams. That means general exams. That also means emergency exams. That means dental cleanings, crowns, fillings, bridges, hopefully some implants. Not all dental offices provide implants, extractions, root canals, and a variety of other things, maybe even some orthodontics like Invisalign or things like that. So you want to see what the services they provide. To me, I almost never go to any kind of anything without seeing if they have a website that at least will give me some idea as to what I'm getting into. It's nice if they have a website that can show you what their office looks like, if it's modernized, if it's old. And I mean, obviously I do YouTube videos, but it would also be nice to hear the dentist speak. Now that goes on to my second thing. So now you're gathering, of course, if they have reviews, that would be also a nice thing to look at. But the reality is that reviews are very varied. You cannot use a review of a dental office necessarily to say if a dentist is a good one or not. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason is, I personally like to shop on Amazon, and on Amazon I'll look at a pair of leggings for working out, and I'll see a pair of leggings and they'll be like, this is the best pair of leggings I've ever gotten, I live in these leggings. And then the next review down, I'll see, these are the worst pair of leggings I've ever seen, they're so thin and I hate them. So really, it depends on somebody's opinion, what they feel about the dentist. And also what happens a lot is people will make judgments about a dentist based on maybe some pain, which is very... So people will sometimes make judgments about a dentist depending on what their personal circumstances. So let's say, for example, you had a toothache and it was really bad and you needed a root canal and you weren't able to get numb, so you'll kind of translate those negative experiences or negative experiences about the dentist to the actual dentist. So there's a lot of different reasons that people will write a negative review. And I mean, I think that one of the best ways to kind of vet those kinds of things is to see if maybe one of your friends or family has a dentist that they are happy with. And that's always, we always say word of mouth. My best patients come from people that are friends or families or co-workers, and they say, hey, I have a good dentist. Do you need a dentist? You know, this is where you should go. So that's a more valid opinion, because you can know the person and kind of what kind of person they are. And if when they say certain things, are they always a negative person? They're always going to say something negative, or they're pretty objective about giving you a good referral. So like I said, getting to know the dentist via some sort of website, or some dentists are really good with their social media accounts, or even Instagram, Facebook, whatever. So you can kind of vet them that way if you can't get a personal opinion as far as if that's a good dentist. Of course, some people will use location. It's close to your house. You want to make it convenient because you want to be able to keep going back for your regular maintenance visits. Some people choose a dentist that's close to their work, and some people will choose a dentist that's closer to home. It depends on what's most convenient for you. Run in and get a cleaning during your lunchtime, or like our office open on a Saturday or Sunday. So you want to kind of see things like that that will help you decide if that's a good place for you. Another thing, and all the things I'm talking about right now are things more related to before you've actually gone to that dentist or you've chose that dentist. Another thing that people like to use is insurance. So I think that's probably my least favorite way to recommend somebody to choose a dentist, because insurance companies don't know much about the dentist. So when they tell you, oh, you're assigned to this dentist or you should go to this dentist, they're just basically making a judgment based on location, or if they're credentialed with that dentist, not necessarily because they have any insider scoop about how good a dentist or how nice a dentist that is. That brings me to my next kind of phase. You've actually made an appointment. I find that people judge dentists and dental offices straight from the first phone call. Whether the person is friendly on the phone, are they helpful, do they listen to your needs and your concerns about what you want to talk to the dentist about. So, I mean, it's not a 100% judgment how the front desk person answers a phone or reacts, but it's a nice kind of gauge to see if they're super friendly and accommodating, trying to get you in, trying to be, oh, it won't be 2 more months until you can get into the dentist dentist, which is a little bit disheartening because I find that people, it takes a lot of courage for them to decide to go to the dentist. And once they've made that decision, they kind of want to get in. If it's not an emergency, also they kind of, want to get in. So like I said before, you want to know the convenience of the hours and how quickly you can get into the dentist's office. And then now once you arrive at the dentist and you meet the staff and kind of how friendly or not everyone is, that's a really good gauge, because I think that you should really think about going to a dental office in terms of relationship. These are people you're going to see hopefully every 6 months. Have your teeth cleaned. If you have a problem or emergency, that you feel like it's open and willing to answer your questions, even if it's small or not a big deal, that they're open and willing to look at those things for you. And then once you meet the dentist, you want to feel a gauge for their personality. There is no way that you can judge a dentist's clinical work on their first appointment, because you don't know them, and you can't say, well, let me see all the fillings that you've done. Let me see all the crowns and root canals. And even if you didn't go to dental school, you don't know what's the difference between a good root canal and a bad root canal. You don't know what the difference between a filling and a not good filling. So you want to kind of get a gauge for the integrity of the dentist. If they seem like they're just putting things in your treatment plan just to get you to do a lot of work, or if they're explaining things to you. In my office, when we do a new patient exam, I like to not only do the exam and put everything into the computer and talk to them about their personal experience, but I also like to take pictures, which I've done other videos about intraoral pictures. And that's really important for me, because that's an educational tool in which I can show you, like, this is what it looks like in your mouth. This is why I'm telling you you need what you need, so you can have confidence in my integrity as a dentist, that I'm not making anything up, that these are the real things. I'll tell you the things that are urgent, the things that are not urgent. And you want to kind of feel that out. The same thing with the hygienist, that you feel comfortable with the hygienist. You like what, you're not going to judge it based, did that hurt or not, right? But you have to base it on their technique. Are they, gentle when you say ouch? Do they respond? All of those things are really important. And once you get down to the dental work, I find a lot of people, they'll just trust me from there, because I've spent a lot of time talking to them. So by the time we get to dental work, they're like, Doc, do what you got to do. And that makes me feel great, because now I know I can focus on doing the dental work and making that happen, and all the things that go with there, and all the challenges that are with that. And most of my challenges are not really challenges of that's hard to do, more than managing your fears or your concerns, or if you're uncomfortable, too much water, don't like the sound of the drill. So all of those sorts of things. So those are my tips, for kind of how to choose a dentist, how to vet a dentist, how to see what is the right dentist for you. If you're just starting your journey and starting to get your dental health together, and you feel like you don't know how to figure it out, just try to see those things. Maybe you have to go to a dentist or two until you're comfortable. You don't have to stay where you are if you feel like you need to change. That's something you definitely can do. So you can start to gauge your personality and what works for you. So I hope you learned something today about how to choose a dentist. If you have any comments, feel free to comment below. I love to get the feedback from each and every one of you on what you think about my videos and what topics you'd like to see me cover next. Make sure you subscribe and like the video. Thank you for watching.